Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to your magic moon message. This is the Peace Dealer. The moon is in Virgo, the sun is in Capricorn, and we are harvesting this full moon. As the end of this moon Virgo transit will enact the Sagittarius signature, so we are still completing the Scorpio signature, phasing into Virgo, giving us a detailed, analytical, behaviorally changing understanding of integrity, of power, of organization, of the illusion of control. Okay. So, namely, we harvested the feeling of what this God power is. We have strengthened the courage with which to transform our awareness of this, and that is producing the mutable effect of an analytical understanding of how to use this God power you've just activated and integrated and are harvesting over the past 3 weeks. That means the new moon in Capricorn is taking the landscape of the entire collective that has awakened since 2008 at a physiological level in Earth sign Capricorn. So I use that as awakening your body, awakening the latent universal power and potential in and through your body. And this is now activating that cycle post completing this, with the North Node in Aries, unlocking the original nature of your power, where now with the moon in Pisces, it helped us understand what to believe about this power that we are activating. Then the moon went into Gemini, which helped us come into an intellectual understanding of what we think to integrate how we master this power. And now the moon is in Virgo, which is giving us a detailed understanding of how to use these abilities, this power. Okay. The Virgo aspect that is 240 degrees or in that ninth house range to Capricorn represents that a collective authority of Capricorn that's going to represent the CEO of a corporation, right? Because Cancer is me at home individually, where my eyes are crusty and my breath smells, or I'm clean, you know what I mean? But these are just my individual feelings, versus Capricorn, where now my individual feelings don't matter because this is business. You know what I mean? Like, we have to put my feelings to the side so that we can make objective decisions that impact more than just me and my company. So Virgo, in its position at Capricorn, is opposite Cancer. Individually, with my feelings, I'm going to be swayed by my beliefs, unseen facets of what I believe can happen that can shape my feelings. But at the Capricorn level, we need facts. So a corporate boss is not going to go off of, well, I feel that like the company can just do better. Let's just believe. If we believe that we're going to make $100,000, we can do it. I'm sure some CEOs could do that, but like the science of Capricorn is run them facts, run them receipts, give me the projections. Okay, what does it looks like based on these numbers? We do expect to project a 50K of sales. Like it's all analyzed, it's all detailed, right? I need facts in order to, if I'm going to make an important decision as a CEO of a company that's going to impact my 5,000 employees who all have livings, we need facts. We need to operate off of real details and real numbers. And that factual perspective in Earth sign Virgo is going to determine the Earth sign Capricorn decisions I make moving forward. And then we move forward with the moon in Libra, or Libra being the 10th house of Capricorn is the justice that Capricorn of order looks up to. So the fulfillment of order and integrity is balance and justice. And it's the perspective of perfection and really analysis, critical thinking that allows us to make the incredible decisions we're supposed to make. But basically, relative to this cycle, the way with which your beliefs have been shifted and your thoughts have been shifted are now harvesting towards this change of behavior, because since the past 2 weeks, Sagittarius has completed a supernatural quality of synchronization between awakening facets of the supernatural quality of your mind. Now that the supernatural quality of your body is completely awakened, we've activated this supernatural quality of body. And through the past week, this is now helping us understand how specifically through the moon in Scorpio, when the sun goes in Aquarius, we're getting ready to utilize this. We're getting ready to break through with this. And that, I think, I'm biased. I have Virgo in my 5th house, so it's fun for me. But you're coming into a very analytical, detailed understanding of how precisely you come into tangible, practical experiences in light of social context for how this is actually harvesting. The importance of this is what we were integrating was a week ago when the moon was in Gemini. So now we are creating how our behavior around the philosophical approach of these details link back to where we're directing this. And that's going to provide the perspective, of course, to influence the direction we complete this transit in, preparing for, I think, one of the most extraordinary and epic natures of an awakening we've ever seen. I'm talking about, it's preparing the Sun Pluto Aquarius transit that's going to happen January 21st, the day after inauguration, which is going to kick off this brand new 20-year cycle every year as the sun goes on Pluto. Why that's very significant to mention is the desensitization and corruption or awakening of humanity, where you want to really take stock of the themes that relative to 2008 when Pluto entered Aquarius, and 1995 when Pluto entered Sagittarius, and of course 82, 83 when Pluto entered Scorpio. At each of these dates, we're seeing an extreme desensitization of culture, of society, of humanity, okay? If we go back to Pluto Leo, around the time where President Trump and Obama were born, if you told them that people would legalize same-sex marriage, they would laugh at you. And then the Pluto Leo president, Barack Obama, ended up legalizing this in Pluto Capricorn, right? If you told these people back then that, you would see more of transgender rights, right? You would see more of this free, openness of sex work and sexual services. I have to speak on this because all of these themes are ruled by Pluto. Anything that's taboo, anything that's not necessarily accepted by society. If you understand that all of this is taking part into a gradual and extreme desensitization that has been happening since the 1700s, the 1300s, it doesn't necessarily mean that you should just accept it. It just lets you know more how and why many of these themes and facets are inevitable. Okay, so in 20 years from now, the stuff that we're experiencing now and that we're just like, oh, this is crazy, is going to look like light to us. 20 years ago, people were, very angry about Playboy magazines and porn on computers, and they still are. But as you can see, in light of new levels, new devils, the heightened quality of technology and the dangers these innovations bring, this isn't about sex work. This isn't about what is unacceptable. This is about showing you the quality of how this exponentially gets wilder and weirder. And we're getting ready to start that cycle next week. So this is taking stock of this last era we've completed from 2008 until now. And you're going to once again not only come into this detailed understanding, but where's the moon in Virgo opposite now? It's opposite Saturn, it's opposite Neptune. So the shifts in your beliefs that are requiring integrity of beliefs in this world around you are being put in check by this analysis of your behavior. And elements of your own behavior that don't match with your beliefs have to change. Elements of your beliefs that don't match with the way your behavior is changing have to shift. Elements of your thought process and mindset with Jupiter and Gemini that don't align with either your behavior and beliefs have to shift. That's why these mutable sign moon transits are game changers, because they effectively challenge your perspective to make sure they are still in alignment in light of new information, in light of new analysis, in light of, creating great understanding. And because now Pisces represents with Saturn the totality of this transcendent metaphysical aspect through our imagination, the moon in Virgo is going to help you analyze how what is unseen impacting your beliefs actually play out in reality. So you're going to really see through the body, through your body language, one, not only this harvest of supernatural power, but how to use it. I should call this how to use your new awakened God powers. And there's nothing you have to do because you did it already. That was the activation where you shifted your beliefs to open this up, the integration where you shifted your thoughts to integrate it, and now the harvest where you are analyzing the details of how this is. You're going to, over the next 3 days, experience how you're using these powers, how you're a lot more sensitive, how you have a heightened quality of sense. Maybe you wake up earlier, you smell faster, oh my God, you smell stronger, you hear stronger, right? And these will keep happening every year. But now with Pluto and Aquarius, it is applying this analytical understanding of how this is transforming the quality of our mind to actually perceive this much stronger. All right. And because we've already placed the other steps of the train track in play, this, of course, is going to lead to the moon in Sagittarius while the sun is in Aquarius, having us now see the meaning of what we know we're experiencing. So I hope you enjoy this transit. This is your harvest. This is going to really work towards bringing in new paradigm shifts with the sun, Pluto. The moon will also be trining Uranus and Taurus, giving us a experiential, tangible understanding of the innovation of our quality and value, and how in socially integrating the context of how we bring our value to the market, where we can direct these aspects of our legacy. You don't want to be so caught up in moral grandstanding as you see, taboo elements of society, that it's easy for you to say, you're better than that, when there's no action followed behind this. And a lot of the qualities of innovation are going to look dirty, crusty, and raw before they are refined with class. And that's not to say you shouldn't stand up for your values too, and to let a society corrupt you. But your inability to back that up with any action based in reality quite literally makes you a part of the problem, and just bringing attention to these things. So instead of just letting yourself get stressed out by these crazy maddening headlines, you know what I'm saying? Really ask yourself, where did you come from? How far have you gotten? And remind yourself what you are meant to pioneer in this next era, which for some of you, you could be the very last to represent a certain traditional mindset or perspective. But regardless, it's going to get ready to change everything you've ever believed coming into this eclipse in March. And this is really great preparation to such. I think this is going to be a very grand conclusion of Capricorn season, where this detailed understanding is going to really fit in that final puzzle piece of how to make sense of where you're taking this organization and how powerful you've always been and are becoming. You stay blessed. As always, ladies and gentlemen, remember, people are hurting. People are very, not that that's an excuse, but people are very bitter. People are very negative. People are having to take things they believe that would happen and see in their front of their face it crumble. We're in the last days, we're in the end times, which is a beautiful thing. But don't take personal people really projecting their bitterness and anger and how miserable they feel in their lives, but will put a fake smile and act like everything's okay, but you can't really fool the soul. On you. Don't let them project on you. Those are not your problems, okay? We ride at dawn. And until next time.